everybody, Allie with Novella Bloom in the seed starting room. I did some rearranging, and so I just wanted to pop on here and show you how things are looking. This is my philodendron. It's been here for like a year or two. So that's not different, but it is growing. So I have it trained along the wall up there, and then also up here, like around my picture. That's an abutilon. When we lived in the Santa Cruz Mountains, we could grow these, like they grew profusely. We had about 20 different ones, and they were perennials, so they would come back every year. Super exciting. And then down here, we have the tomatoes. I did Washington cherry and white cherry. And then these are the iron pastel stock, and they're just starting to germinate. So I took the humidity dome off, and I have some of these growing outside as well that I started using the winter sowing method in milk jugs. And then this is my Fama Deep Blue Scabiosa, and then I also have some of the Costa Silver 2 Snapdragons. Not everything germinated, but that's okay. I have some of the Costa 2s growing in the milk jugs outside as well. Those tend to do better because they acclimate to the weather. So as it warms up, they warm up. And I would just highly recommend, if you're getting into starting seeds and you want to try the winter sowing method, I would highly recommend it. It's a lot cheaper, and I feel like the plants are stronger when you transplant them out into the garden because they're already acclimated to the weather. This is where I keep different things that I'll need when I start seeds. So I have just a water jug that I fill with just regular water. I have this Monrovia bucket where I keep like old plant tags that are in the flower farm that I want to like maybe reference throughout the growing season. We've got some plant tags. So anytime I buy a new plant at the nursery, this is from Sunnycrest, which is one of my favorite nurseries out on the Key Peninsula. On the back side, I can just write down what the seeds are and stick those in the starting trays. These are some random sunflower seeds that I harvested from last year. They could be, I'm sure they're a mix of, I had teddy bear, pro-cut white knight, pro-cut plum royale, autumn beauty. I get my seeds from Johnny's and Baker Creek. This is my pump sprayer for when I first plant the seeds and want to moisten the soil. And then over here is, these are some of the seeds from that jar over there. So I just labeled them, mix sunflowers, and, whoops, sorry, hold on, put that back on. There we go. I do check my seedlings every evening when I get home from work. Here's the sunflowers, the Pro-Cut White Light. That's right, so I did Pro-Cut White Night last year, and these are Pro-Cut White Light. My friend Nina from Fleur Sauvage She is located in Tacoma, which is just like 15 minutes from me. She recommended these sunflowers. She grew them in her garden and they did very well. You can see not all of them have germinated, but that's okay. The majority of them have. I'm really tempted to pull the black part of the seed off. Like I was out here last night and I was, oh, look at that. I was pulling some of the, pulling the seeds off. Whoops. And, yeah, I mean, you really should let them kind of get rid of the seed on their own, but it's okay to help them a little bit, I think. And then over here is kind of my collection of houseplants. So this is a rubber plant. I don't know what happened, but it lost all of its leaves. And then it shot out this new growth down here, and it's got, still got its leaves on the top. This is an amaryllis. I didn't know where to put it, so I just brought it in here. It was a beautiful, like, red and white during Christmas. This is an African violet, purple flowers. You can see all the new growth right there. This is a begonia I got from my friend Sarah with Larry the gnome. He likes to hang out in there. And this is an anthurium that I got from my vice principal last year. And then I have a cactus down here. I think I just got this from Home Depot. A Dracaena. And then the Monstera. It was a little bit cooler in here when I just came in, so I turned the heat up a little bit. The tomatoes are the only seeds that are on a heat mat. And then my husband, he owns Burley Pepper Company. You can see his sign right there. He grew like 65 pepper plants last summer. And then he will dehydrate some. He'll grind some up for like seasonings and powders. And he makes the best pepper jelly. So my favorite one that he makes is Kentucky bourbon blueberry serrano or jalapeno jam jelly. You just like pour it on top of some cream cheese and Ritz crackers. So good. And then here's my oscillating fan. Just keep, air moving in here. That's a pothos up there. It's a cutting I took. I have my status from last year, so I dried some of that and wanted to keep that. My favorite color, purple. Here's a variegated spider plant. And then we're back to the philodendron. So anyway, hope everyone is having a great week so far. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.